Hello, everyone. We are here to discuss with you about some practicalities about moving to the Netherlands. My name is Dana. I'm a second-year master student doing aerospace engineering, and he's Anuj.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to our second Q&A. My name is Anuj, and I'm currently studying second year. I'll start my second year Management of Technology Masters.
Alrighty, so today we will talk a little bit about what you need to know when moving to the Netherlands. So let's just get started then. Alright, so moving to Delft and the Netherlands. So we have a little bit of an overview here. We will discuss about what to bring and not to bring here, how to travel, what is the weather, where to find what you need to find, and many other details. So if you have any specific question, just drop them in the chat and we will respond to them as we go. So let's start with what to bring and what not to bring. So what to bring? You can tell us a little bit.
ID card. So the first thing you should always carry is your passport or any identity card from your home country, which is very important. Maybe you are in a train and there may be a police officer, you can check it. Usually doesn't happen, but it's always better to carry your passport while traveling for the first time. Or your identity card.
It is actually mandatory, I think, to have an identity card if you're in public.
It is mandatory, especially for international students. When you travel, I think you should carry your resident permit at all times. For non-Europeans and for Europeans, I think it's like their identity card from their respective countries.
Yeah, just to be on the safe side, basically.
Yes.
Also, if you have any medications that are given by a doctor, you should bring them with you, because until you get your insurance and everything, we're gonna discuss about it more in the future slides. You have to be prepared and have them. So make sure to bring those with you, and also bring the supporting documents that you might need in case someone from security has some questions about them.
Yes, like the prescription, it's very important to carry with you at all times.
Yeah. Also, warm clothes, because here in the Netherlands it might be summer, but it's really is not that much of a summer as you might know it. So it would be good to bring some sweaters, some hoodies with you, just so you're covered in case of rain, in case of cold weather. Also raincoats, of course, but if you don't have like a really good raincoat, just wait till you get here, because after all, Netherlands is the country of rain. So it makes sense, you're gonna find some great ones here, but if you already have one, just bring them with you.
What about umbrella?
Umbrella is not a good idea in the Netherlands, and you might be wondering why. It's because of the wind. The winds here are horrible, in my opinion. I can deal with the rain, but the winds, it's my God.
Horrible.
So maybe an umbrella is not the best choice, because it will just get destroyed super fast.
Yes.
I brought one with me when I came here, and I used it once and only once, and that was...
Same. You don't use that a lot here.
Yeah. Also, you should bring your flag, and we're asking you to bring your flag because during the IP we're going to have a flag photo, and it would be nice to have it with you and represent your country in this way. And last but not least, don't forget your rental agreement if you already have one. If not, you don't have this issue. But if you did and you have it already, don't forget to bring it with you, because just to have everything in order.
Yes.
Now let's go on what not to bring.
Yeah, so I would say avoid bringing as many utensils as you can, because you can find them here as well. Like there are many stores, we'll show it to you in next slides, but you can get your utensils other than some specialty utensils. Like people from Asian countries, they may like to bring pressure cookers. So you can get it cheaper in your own countries than finding it here. But other than that, you can find most of the utensils, especially if you have a duo package. They give you a pan and other utensils too, so that it is helpful for you. But other than that, I think you will be fine. You find most of the things here.
Yeah. Also, we have 2 questions in the chat, so let's check them out. Hi, is it possible to apply for Toyslagen as a foreigner? Yes, I think you're meaning the allowances for health insurance, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yes, you can apply to them. I am an international student and I applied to them and I got it, so I think it should work just
But
fine.
I think that works only for when you're working, right?
Yeah, there are some specific conditions that you have to apply, but besides those, you should be fine. Like internationality shouldn't be an issue in
yes.
this specific case. Magnus also asked them, hello, I have a few questions about some practicalities. Can I just post them here now? Yeah, for sure. Just put them in the chat and we'll respond to them. All right, then let's move on back to our presentation. And the second thing we advise you not to bring is a bike or a motorcycle or anything of that sort, because we're going to have a bike sale here.
Yes.
And also you said something about some special bikes at some point, right?
Special bikes, as in, you can get your bikes here basically.
Yeah.
So you don't need to bring any bikes from your home country unless you like traveling on bikes. So
yeah,
if you have a very special bike like mountaineering bike, but there are no mountains in Netherlands. So
yeah. We also do not recommend having a lot of cash on you. It's just better by card, because I feel like most of the places have a POS for you to use.
Yes.
So don't even worry about I'm going to keep this amount of cash in my wallet just in case, because again, most of them you can just use your card. So don't hassle over that.
Yes.
All right, then let's move on, and also let's check if we have any other questions. Okay, Magnus put some more questions here. Do I need some form of a student card to access the university facilities? When and where do I obtain this card? Yes, you need a student card, and you will get it probably during the IP. There will be some specific intervals of time and dates that you can pick it up, and you will receive an email from the university about that. If you will not participate in the IP, there will be some other intervals of time when university actually starts. But you will be announced of that via email. All right. Hi, what is the process to book an appointment with a GP having the European health insurance card? We will get to that because we have a specific section about that, so stay tuned. All right. Within the TPM faculty, there are multiple programs, IPA, MOT, and COSEM. Should I participate in the IP as an exchange? I don't see why not. The IP is for everyone.
IP is for everyone. It's for masters, bridging, and exchange students who will start their studies for the first time in TU Delft. So if you're starting for the first time, you will have your own faculty introduction programs, which is a separate thing from introduction program, what we call as IP. So you can definitely participate in IP if you have received the email.
All right. Do I need to register to the Delft City office? Yes, you will need to, and we will discuss this in more detail in a few slides. I'll arrive in Delft August 6th, but my moving date is August 7th. Do you have any recommendation for inexpensive one-night stays? I personally stayed in a hotel in Rijswijk, and it was pretty cheap. I think I paid only 30 euros per night. I think it was the Golden Stork or something similar, but I guess if you just go on Booking, you should find what you need there.
Booking.com.
Most of the
Airbnb.
Exactly. Most of the accommodations, if you search for them very well, you can find something cheap.
Cool.
All right. We still have some questions over here, but from what I can see, some of them will also be answered in the next slide. So I say we go through another slide and then we answer for some more questions. So if we move on, we can discuss about health insurance because someone also asked about this. So can you tell them? Tell us about international insurances?
This is really one of the most important things you need to keep in mind before coming to Netherlands or Delft, because insurances is highly recommended by ESA, which is the Education Students and Affairs Division of TU Delft. So, like you can see on the screen, we recommend you going to the international insurances, which is really it has been working with TU Delft for a long time, and it is very reliable service where you can answer all the questions, even if you are European, if you're non-European, from any nationalities. They will be able to help you, guide, consult about insurances and provide you with the insurances. And also you can find them during the IP in the Info Market event, which is scheduled between 1:30 to 5:30 in the afternoon. So you can find them, you can ask your questions to them, and yeah, Dana, you have experience with them.
Yeah, I actually have some experience with them, and they were super, super helpful. I am very bad, honestly, with anything that's bureaucracy, documents, stuff like that. So I am always kind of delayed with my documents. So I didn't have health insurance for the first 3 months when I got here. So this was a mistake on my part. But the thing is that I talked with them. And I just had a short phone call where I explained everything about my situation, the fact that I'm working, I'm a student, I'm receiving this and that much money. And they were very quick in sending me an email with all of the options that I have, all of the details. They put me in contact with an insurance company, and everything has been going perfectly since. So yeah, it was just a very smooth sailing experience, so to say.
And the importance of insurance is with a crew member, Anand, so
it's very important. All right, so I think we can look a little bit more through the questions because we have a lot of them. I need a proof of enrollment in Delft. When do I get it? Because I only have the admission letter and also the financial letter that says I paid everything. If you need a specific document like that, I advise you to ask your faculty specifically, because I was also in that situation. And if you ask them and tell them hey, I need this proof of enrollment for this, and that, they will just send you it very quick and very fast. So I advise you to just reach out to them. All right. I won't be able to attend the IP. Can I still sign up to get all the information?
Sign up. You can sign up to get all the information, but basically we have a third Q&A session scheduled, which talks about the Brightspace course, where you can find all the information about moving to Netherlands, everything regarding what you need to be aware of before coming to Delft. So I would recommend you attend our next Q&A session, which is on 29th July, rather than, signing for the IP and, you won't be attending. So basically just attend our next Q&A and the Brightspace course, and you'll get all the information.
Yeah, and also all of our Q&A sessions will stay on our YouTube page, so you can just check them out whenever you want. So yeah, most of the information will stay here anyway. What kind of clothing to bring? Is the weather going to be cold or humid during August, September? The weather is unpredictable, to say the least. You can have a very sunny and very pretty day where you are wearing a mini skirt and a crop top and you're fine with that. But then the very next day it can be raining and thunderstorming and you have horrible winds and it's super cold. So my advice is to bring both types of clothes. Just be prepared with a raincoat and a hoodie with you in case you get cold, and just get some summery clothes. But also the humidity is pretty high over here, so be prepared for that too. All right. I'm an exchange student. Do I have to take part in the first year weekend of my faculty, or are these just for people starting their bachelor's in Delft? I am not sure, because this depends on your specific faculty. So for more information about that, I think you should ask them. We are only organizing the IP.
For the master's exchange and bridging students.
But faculty specific events are managed by them, so the best idea is to just reach out to them. Alright.
The proof of enrollment can be obtained through the opt-in statements form in the TU. However, you may only get a provisional proof.
That's true too.
That's true.
But again, I think the easiest way of solving this problem is just emailing them, and also a provisional statement should be usually enough for any other practicalities that you have to solve before coming here. Is the acceptance letter enough document for me to enter the Netherlands at the airport? I believe.
Yes. It should be enough. Also carry a provisional proof of enrollment, which you can get in this online form.
If you require a visa, no. Could you explain us about housing subsidy?
Yes. So the way housing subsidy works is if you have a studio. So what is meant by studio is if you have a house which has your own kitchen and a bathroom. So if that is the case, then you get a housing subsidy, and it depends on your age and it depends on the rent you're paying. It's only on the basic rent. So if you have that kind of apartment where you're living, you can get a housing subsidy.
Well, yeah, I don't really have any experience with that, so I don't want to give any misleading information. So it's good that you know about it. I have been told to change my address at the online portal StudyLink. Can I do this now? I see the registering at municipality is a pre-requirement for a lot of things like obtaining a BSN. Yes, you have to change your address as soon as you get a rental agreement you have like a specific address that you're going to move to, because the BSN is basically the key to everything to getting your DGD, to applying to different grants or a loan or anything like that. Yeah, a bank account also. So the BSN is very important.
We'll get to that in the upcoming slide. So.
Any idea if TPM's joint degree with Leiden University, i.e. Masters in Industrial Ecology, has an introduction program? I believe the introduction...
it depends on the faculty again. You have to ask the TPM if they have a kind of introduction program for your faculty, because I come from Management of Technology and we had a separate faculty introduction of 3 days last year. So it was other than the introduction program. So... it depends on your faculty. So you just put them a mail and they may revert to you.
Also, how do I obtain my BSN? We will talk about that in a second. So let's move on to the next slide. 1 second. And yep. All right. So let's talk about the weather and the travel here. We're going to insist a little bit more. So as you can see, unpredictable weather. You have to have your raincoat. You have to have like waterproof shoes if possible.
Waterproof shoes, that's really important, especially if you are in Netherlands.
Exactly, and also some warmer clothes for the colder months in the winter. Also, we are going to talk a little about the travel here. So the really beautiful thing that I honestly love about the Netherlands is that everything here is integrated in these OV chip cards. So with this card, you can travel by, you can rent bikes from the NS, you can travel by train, by bus, by tram, basically any public transport you can use with this card. And also, when you just arrive in the Netherlands and you don't have the chance to get this card yet, you can use your own bank card. At the machines.
You can tap and pay.
Exactly.
That's the most convenient way.
Exactly. Super convenient. Super nice. So these OV chip cards are of two ways.
Two ways. So first is like personalized chip card, which has a photograph of you on the card with your name, and you have it personalized. You need a BSN number and all the other details.
This is my OV chip card.
So you need that. And another one is anonymous chip card. Let's say you are arriving on the you are arriving first day in Netherlands and you don't have a bank account or a BSN number, not bank account, BSN number. Then you can apply for anonymous chip card, OV chip card, which is like you can put money in it and you can use it until you get a personalized OV chip card. So it is very convenient. You can use that on public transports and travel around Netherlands for a week or two until you get your personalized OV chip card. So it's very useful.
Yeah, it is. And also another important thing about a personalized one is it comes via mail. So you can't really get it at any of like the physical stations. You're going to have to apply online, and to get it mailed, you're going to have an address. So it just snowballs. Just get an anonymous one for the start, and then when you're all settled in, you can look on the options that you have on the NS website and see what fits you best for that.
And also the advantage of personalized chip card is you can get different plans. Like there's a weekend plan where you can travel for basically nothing on the weekends for like 35 euros for a month. So there are multiple subscriptions which you can get only on personalized chip card. So for that you need to, for travel basically there are 2 apps which you should download. First is NS app,
Yeah.
And another one is 9292 app.
Yeah, very, very useful apps, especially the 9292 because it's updated like on the spot and you can see live if any trains or trams are delayed. You can see everything in there. So just it's perfect for scheduling trips and all about that. Yeah. All right, let's move on then. Where to find what? So this is one of the most important parts, we believe. So first of all, you have to register at the municipality. Once you get your rental agreement and you have an address, you have to go to the municipality, get your BSN, get registered, and you should be fine after that. The next step is to get your bank account, of course. Once you have your BSN, you just apply. Anything can be here is mostly done online. So you just apply online and they will contact you and tell you about the next steps. Do you want to talk about the residence permit? I don't really have a lot of experience about it.
Do you have resident permit for?
No, as an EU student, you don't really need a residence permit, just a BSN.
So resident permit is basically for non-European students where you have it for it's like a visa, you can say, for a period of 2 years. It's like your identity card which you can use to travel around Europe anywhere. So for the resident permit, you usually get it within a month, in the month of August. Like they distribute it for us. We had to go to Utrecht to collect it. For you, you will get the details about it on the email, and you have to go and collect it from wherever it is there. And it is the most important document you will carry around in Europe. So it's like a visa. It's like identity card for you being a European citizen for 2 years. So it's very important to collect it from when you get an email for non-European students, basically.
Yeah, that's true. All right, and also the last step is also registering with your GP. Basically, also I'm trying to tie this with questions that we got in the chat. Someone asked if the European health insurance card is enough for health insurance until you are only studying. If you're only studying and not working, yes, that is more than enough for you. And also if you have this card or if you have Dutch health insurance, you just have to find like basically a place that has free spots. For me, for example, is the Hague International Health Center. That's where I'm registered. You just call them and each separate unit has their specific requirements and demands and documents that you have to give them. So the best bet on these two is just choosing a place and emailing them about what are the next steps. They are usually pretty reachable, and they will answer all of your specific questions about this. And also let's look more again into the questions because some of them are new. Are Crocs advisable to wear in the summers? I would say yes. I wear Crocs constantly around campus. So I think it should be. It should be fine.
Can you talk about creating a Dutch bank account?
Yeah, basically you just have your BSN, and once you have your BSN, you can apply online. Even to ABN AMRO, ING. Revolut is also a very easy card to get because you can also get it in your country. I think they deliver the cards right at your current address. So honestly, the Revolut card saved me while I was being here because my Romanian cards didn't initially work for some specific services. So just having this Revolut card that also have like all of those currencies available was super helpful to just get by. And also another thing about the Revolut card is the fact that it is the only non-Dutch card that is included in the Ideal paying system, which is an online paying system. Basically, everyone uses it here. So if you still don't have like a Dutch bank account, Revolut is a pretty good option to get while you're still in your country. But once you get here, you can just get a Dutch bank account, and that's going to make your life so much easier.
Also, for the international students who pays like tuition fees, and they will get tuition fees refund. They need to have a Dutch bank account. So you can't create the Revolut bank account in your home countries. You have to come here, submit your BSN, your resident permit, or whatever documents are there, and then only you will get the money from the TU-Delft in your account. So keep in mind that thing.
Do I need to register even as an EU student? There are some apartments online where I cannot register. Is it for the TU Delft possible that I just give the address even if I'm not registered yet? This is a bit of a tricky situation. I believe that you should register even though you are an EU student.
If you
You're
are
gonna have
staying more
some
than
issues.
4 months, I think
Yeah.
you have to register at the.
Yeah, it is illegal otherwise, I think. Yeah. Is the tuberculosis test result required on the day of the residence permit collection?
No, it is not required on the day. So you'll get an email from university as well as IND about when your test is scheduled. So you have to go during that time.
Yeah. Not possible to get such plans on anonymous cards. Unfortunately, from what we are aware of, it isn't possible. So it would be best to just wait to get your personalized card.
Personalized
And
cards.
yeah. For arrival, how to stay connected to the internet? To train station have Wi-Fi, or is it better to just get a SIM at the airport? So Wi-Fi is basically everywhere. Is in the train, is in the train station.
It's in the train.
While you're in campus, we have the EduRoam
EduRoam is
Wi-Fi
there.
service, which you can check out online how to exactly use it. But
But I would recommend having an internet from your home country, because I remember a situation that happened with me, because on the Dell station, I don't think
Yeah.
so there is an internet.
I'm not sure, honestly.
I don't remember, but for why you need internet is for two things basically, because you are coming from a foreign country, you have lots of baggages.
Yeah.
So you need to take a bus. So for the bus, you need to understand, okay, which bus goes to which location. For that, you will need internet most probably.
Yeah.
So I would recommend
yeah.
having an internet plan.
If you have like an internet plan from your country, I think that's the best bet.
Best
For me,
option.
like it works perfectly because I have unlimited data from Romania and I just use that. But if you don't have that, and if you can actually find an affordable and all right plan for you, I believe like getting a SIM that is not permanent,
Yeah,
just to have like a bit of internet would be good.
would be good initially.
But if you cannot afford it, like I think you can manage by using the Wi-Fi in the train and in the airport
in the
and stuff
train,
like that.
yeah.
So it just depends on your situation a lot.
And also during the IP, you will get SIM cards, right?
Yeah. We will offer some SIM cards.
SIM cards. So.
Yeah. Are cash payments accepted in various stores and public transportation facilities? How much cash do non-EU students need to bring with until we get a Dutch bank card? I think grocery stores allow cash, absolutely. Public transportation facilities, some of them have machines that accept cash, some of them do not. So it's always a bet, kind of. So
I would recommend as a non-EU student, I don't think so more than 1,000 euros you should bring. Around 500, 600 is enough for initial days.
Yeah.
And also bring a Forex card if you have it. So
Yeah.
you can pay to most of the grocery stores, or in the train station you can pay it using your Forex card. So it's not a big worry.
All right. Is registering at Delft and at municipality for residence permit different? No, I think it's the same thing.
No, it's different. Yeah. It is a different thing. So registering at municipality is a different than resident permit. You may get a resident permit, and even though you haven't registered at the municipality. So its resident permit is only for non-European students. So you have to collect it by any means. So yeah, it is a different thing. You have to do it both.
Do international students get the resident permit for 2 years or 3?
I think it is for 2 years from the period of, like, let's say from September 1st, 2024 to August 2026 for you students. So I think it is for 2 years.
Yeah. Do you have any recommendation on where to find suitable housing? So there's actually a webpage on the TU Delft student portal. Our colleague will post it in the chat for you guys. And there you can find the trusted websites, which I think are Pararius, Hammernet, and
Room Plaza, there are lots
Room
of...
Plaza. Yeah, there are a lot of them. So I just recommend you checking the student portal website. Yeah. I'm still not sure about how to receive my BSN. Do I have to apply for it? Yes. So once you get here and you get your address and your rental agreement, you can go online and just search for applying for BSN, and you will find a form that is translated in many languages, so you won't have any issues with that. Yeah. You just complete that form, you book a reservation for a specific time slot, because since a lot of people are going to come here in autumn, there's going to be a little bit of a wait time. And then you just go to the municipality of where flat or your room is at. And yeah, they will solve everything for you and give you your BSN card at the end of the process. So that's about it, I think. All right, David asks us, I already live in Netherlands for a month, and because my landlord didn't give me an official house contract, I went to the municipality and got an RNI. Can I apply for DigiD, or I must have a BSN? I think you can apply with an RNI for the DigiD, but the thing is that you will also have to specify some different things, and you will eventually have to get a BSN.
Yes.
But for now, I think you can apply for a DigiD. Yeah. About banks, I have an account with N26 Germany. It has Ideal as well. Do I need a Dutch bank account? I think you still would need a Dutch bank account just for safety, as like, for example, the government loans and some specific things require you to have a Dutch bank account. For the first few weeks, you might not need it. Like you just might get fined. For example, for me, I still don't have a Dutch bank account and it's still working for me. So it just depends on your situation. We advise you to get one just in case if something happens. It usually doesn't cost anything or that much anyway. Yes. So just as just to have it there in case of. Can you pick the center for where to collect your residence permit from? Or would you have to travel to different places across the country to collect it wherever the center is?
You can't pick it, unfortunately, and you have to travel wherever the mail says so. But usually everyone has to go to that place, so you won't be alone. So.
Are Forex cards widely accepted? What about Visa, Master, debit cards? I don't know about Forex cards specifically. So, I think they are, right?
Yeah, they are accepted pretty much everywhere. Like I know in supermarkets, at least all the supermarkets, MasterCard is accepted, even Visa is accepted. So I don't think so you will have any problem. And if you have online payments, eligible, your card is available for online payments, you can take tickets also.
Yeah.
Using the 9292 or NS app online. So it's not a...
Mostly like they are widely accepted. There are some specific places that might not accept it, but there are not a lot of them. So you don't have to worry about that. Is there any way to unregister myself from IP? I have already registered and received the QR code, but I'm not sure I will be in Delft early enough to take part in the IP.
Yes.
So you should send us an email about your situation and we can discuss more about what we can do. If I start working part-time and I need Dutch insurance, is health allowance easy to get? And do I need a Dutch bank account to get the money from allowances such as student allowance? So, okay, let's start from the bottom. If I start working part-time and I need Dutch insurance, is health allowance easy to get? Super easy to get, especially through international insurances. So this service will help you exactly in your case and send you the most affordable package for your situation. So just give them a call or email them and it's super easy to get. Yes. Yeah. And do I need a Dutch bank account to get the money from allowances such as student allowance? You don't need it, it's not a specific condition to have it, but it surely will help. Because I can tell you about my experiences with the Toeslagen allowances, the health insurance ones, is the fact that if you don't have a Dutch a Dutch bank account, you would basically have to send them proof that your account is in your name, and you would have to send a bank statement, you'd have to send your ID, and that just takes a lot of time and it just gets dragged on and on and on. You can theoretically do it, but I honestly advise you to just get a Dutch bank account, since the government authorities can immediately check if it is in your name or not, if it's a Dutch one. So yeah, this is my recommendation.
When registering in the Netherlands, do I have to define it as my primary residence, or can I keep my original German one?
I think you can keep your original one. Yeah.
I think, what's your experience about this? Have you changed it?
No, I still my primary residence is still in Romania at my parents' house, so I still use that. Okay. Since my rental contract is limited, so I don't think that should be an issue, honestly. I have signed up for the IP, but I cannot participate for the first 2 days. Can I just inform my contact person from the IP to let him know, or should I deal with my delay in some other way? So I believe that the best option is just to send us an email and we will outline some of the rules and requirements. I believe that the latest that you can come is on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday morning.
Tuesday morning, yeah.
Tuesday morning, yeah. So just send us an email and we can discuss about it and see what solution we can find. Does having a signed contract with your landlord guarantees that you can start the process of registering with the municipality? Yes. That is like basically the key for you to get accepted to the municipality. You have to have an address. A signed contract.
Yeah.
Hi, I have 2 questions. If I'm getting a Forex card as well, would 300 euros would be sufficient to bring?
No.
It depends on like for what and how much time we are staying here. Because if you're staying for a week, I think 300 is alrighty.
As an international student, I think 300 is not enough because let's say you come here and you register for the register at municipality, which will take 1 day. Then you will apply for the bank account. In some cases, it is a possibility that the bank account in creation gets delayed. And also it is a possibility that you get the money from the TU Delft for an international non-European student. It may get delayed. So having money for a month to survive rent, groceries and other things, it always helps. So I would recommend just consider your expenses for a month and decide accordingly.
Yeah, you're right. Like 300 euros would be kind of a gamble and anything can happen. So yeah, maybe just better be safe than sorry. Do we need a special permit if we get into internships and full-time opportunities in the Netherlands?
No, you don't need a special permit as such, but just you need to change your insurance from private to Dutch health insurance. So just keep in mind, and you don't need a special permit as such.
Would we be informed about RP collection date by the uni itself, or do we have to book an appointment?
You will get it from university.
Yeah. How much money, I believe, is required to open a Dutch bank account as an initial deposit?
That's nothing.
Nothing, yeah. For the debit card,
it is free, yeah.
Yeah, it is free. Do you know when the proof of enrollment will be issued? I think you should discuss with your specific faculty as they have different dates.
Faculty? I think so, yeah.
And also, I think you can also get the prospective one, the not permanent one from
provisional you can get immediately, and proof of enrollment, I think once you pay the fees, I think you should get it.
Yeah. Can I come there in the name of studies and become a ghost? Stay undercover and start my own business again? No, man. Are cabs available from Delft train station to Prof S? How to book one? I'm not sure what Prof S actually is. So
Prof S is a housing. So where is the question? Are cabs available? So you can take a bus. Cabs are also available from Delft station.
Yeah.
It depends on whatever you prefer. Like cabs, you can search on Uber. It is
Uber and Bolt. I think they're available, but we honestly recommend using the public transport.
Yeah, you can take a bus.
It's like, I know you probably have a lot of luggage, but it's pretty easy to go around with it. But there are cabs if you really want them, for sure. Can I take courses from other minors, as my home uni requires us to take up some mandatory subjects which are not there in the current minor for which I'm coming for the exchange semester? This is honestly between your home uni and your specific faculty.
Yes.
So maybe you should send an email to both of them, CC them or something, and just ask them specifically about what subjects you'd like to take. But from what I'm aware of, you can take whichever subjects you want to take from any university, like if there are electives and if they have enough places, for sure.
Let's go ahead with the presentation. And then
we're gonna go ahead with the presentation and then
come back to
your questions, guys. Yeah. All right. So another important information that we have is how to get a Dutch phone number. We recommend Lebara, T-Mobile. There are a few providers here, but I feel like Lebara is pretty intuitive, especially for international students. They have an app. They have everything you need there. So
They don't have a eSIM though.
I'm not sure.
They don't have a eSIM. So if your mobile phone supports eSIM facility, then go for T-Mobile. So
for bikes, of course, our own bike sale during the program.
Yes.
But also, if you do not want to buy a bike at that moment, you can go to Decathlon for a new bike. Facebook and BrickFit.
BrickFit, SwapFit,
Yeah,
SmartPlug.
SwapFits is a rental service for the bikes. I feel like the cheapest one is 16 euros 54 per month. So pretty affordable. I use a SwapFits personally, so from me 10 out of 10. For grocery stores, it's Albert Heijn, Jumbo, Lidl, Aldi, Dirk, Plus, Spar. You have a lot of them.
Yeah.
So
I think most of they are available everywhere. So it's within a kilometer you can find, within 500 meters you can find one of the supermarket wherever you're living. So
yeah,
it's pretty nice.
And also a museum card. Can you tell us more about that?
So there are a lot of museums in Netherlands, and there is a museum card which you can buy it for like 75 euros something, and you can get access to all the most of the museum for free of cost for a year. So if you are a museum lover and you want to explore the museums, I would recommend come here after your BS and everything is there. Apply for a museum card, so you can get because the museum in Netherlands are very expensive. If you want to go to a normal Bangkok museum, I think it costs like 15 or 20 euros for one time.
Yeah,
with
it's
museum
super
card,
expensive.
You can visit them for free for a year. So that's really recommended.
Pretty cool and useful, especially if you want to learn more about our country.
Yeah.
All right, so let us also talk about some important things for the IP, the group chats. We will send the links for the group chats, or are they in the app?
No, it will be sent. But for the group chats, there are multiple group chats. Like you have a group chat with your coach during the IP. You have a group chat with your faculty, where your faculty has a group chat where you can join and just stay updated and on them to get the latest updates about what is going on in your faculty and in the IP group. So you'll get to know more about that in the coming weeks with your faculty and with the IP. So
yeah. Also the same with the news items, just download a few apps or a few services just to stay updated, for example, with train delays or work that's happening on the tracks or any other thing regarding your municipality. Weather also, very important.
So which app do you use for weather?
For weather, I use a Buoyant Radar.
Oh, okay.
I feel like it's very good because it shows you exactly like the flow of water that will come in the following hours and what clouds are passing you on your journey. So I can just check that very quick if I have to go somewhere.
It is very recommended to use the app because it can rain anytime. So just check the app if it is raining during the day and plan accordingly whenever you're going outside.
Exactly. Also, Delft's Got Talent, our registration is now open. If you have a talent, you can just apply via our form. We will post on Instagram very soon after our live about this. And if you want to perform, please apply. We're gonna be very glad to have you.
And exciting prizes as well. So
yeah, exactly. So a lot of good things. And also for the flag photo, as we mentioned, it would be good to have your country's flag just to represent, All right. And you also, like on the not so very positive side of things, you have to be very, very careful with scammers. Facebook is full of scammers. You have to weed them out very quickly. No real landlord will ask for your BSN, for your residence permit, for your bank details. No real landlord will tell you that, I need you to give me first the guarantee and then I will send you the rental contract. No one will do that. So just be very careful, because a lot of people have been scammed and we don't want that to happen to you. Just check, double check. Also, another thing that I would recommend, if you really like a property, but if you feel like something is sketchy about it, there is a website that you can use and you can pay 3 euros to find out if the person that you are speaking to actually owns that apartment or that place. So for me, it was very helpful because my landlord, he's a very good guy, he's very nice, but he's very busy and travels a lot, so he usually is hardly reachable. So for me it was super weird. I was like, okay, is this guy scamming me? Something is something is sketchy about it. So I just paid those €3 and I found out that yes, he owned that apartment. He was telling me the truth, but I just had peace of mind.
Peace of
after
mind.
that.
That's actually a really good idea.
So be very careful with
Be very
that.
careful, and if you have some friend, tell him or her to view the apartment if it is available in Delft. So that also will help you avoid scams related to housing. And also, no one will ask you for your bank details outside the housing as well.
Yeah.
From university, except for the international student, no one will ask you for RP or BSN. So be careful, don't share these details because it is possible that you may be scammed if you share the personal details.
All right, so now we can return back to our questions in the chat because there are still a lot of them to answer. About the IP and being delayed, what is your email address? So it's IP 2024?
IP Summer 2024.
IP Summer 2024 at tudelft.nl. Our colleague will post it in the chat, so you will have it there. Does opening of a bench account require any letter from the university? No, I don't think so. No.
You just need to have your BSN and your resident permit. I think that's more than enough. Not even resident permit. I think BSN works initially.
Yeah. I think we receive our BSN right after the registration at the municipality. At least that's what mentioned on TU Delft. Yes.
Immediately they gave you a paper document and it is there in your hand.
Yeah, and after you get that paper document, you can apply for TGD, and that will come to your address.
Yeah, the PIN will come to your address.
Yeah. When do we get access to the IP app? So
you will get access to the IP app a week before the event starts. So just stay tuned and check your emails. You will receive the email on the app, email through which you registered to the IP. So.
All right. When registering to the municipality of Delft, can I use my family's resident in Maastricht for the address, or must the residence be located within the city of Delft? It must be located in the city of Delft. Otherwise, you cannot get your BSN. If you register for BSN,
you can get it, but it's like all the communication will be sent to that address. So
it's just a lot of hassle. Honestly, we recommend you already having your
to
address.
have it in Delft.
Yeah.
And if you have any doubts about it, just put us an email and then we'll let you know about it.
Do you know how much you spend on average during the month for food? Would be great to know, as in Germany it's cheaper, so I can prepare. So it really depends on the situation, on what you like to eat. I can tell you about my personal experience. So I use a subscription meal service, and that for me and my partner, and that costs like €50 per week. And that gives us 5 meals for 2 people, basically. And besides that, we are also spending about €50 for other things like snacks and breakfast. And so I believe that for 2 people, like 100 to 120 euros per week-ish should be enough. Maybe I'm a bit economical. Tell us about your experience.
I thought it's a high. I think 200 to 300 a month is more than enough. And you can check these details on TU Delft website as well if you want to see the different, like where it is spent maximum. You can find it on TU Delft website. I'll post it on the chat below.
For sure. When and where should I get phone number and data? So it depends if you have a good plan that already has internet from your country. If not, you can get it at the airport. You can get it at basically any shop, including the grocery stores.
Or wait for IP to start.
And you will receive one from us.
Also, if you have a duo housing, they also provide you with a SIM card. So.
Which MSc semesters are appropriate for an exchange outside the Erasmus program? Where can we find info on deadline, partnerships, etc.? So first of all, here we are working with quarters. So if you would go on exchange for a whole semester, you would lose 2 quarters here. So you would have to do a lot of subjects in your exchange. I think it really depends on the faculty. All of the faculties are putting their information in different ways. For aerospace, we have a Brightspace page where all of the opportunities are posted consistently. For other faculties, I don't know how it is.
So you usually get an email from faculty that this is exchange period, you will apply, and also you'll get an email on that.
In case we are not able to attend the IP program, how can we access the welcome kit? You will only receive the welcome kit if you participate in the IP program. Yes. Which app can we use for booking the bus? You don't have to book the bus. Usually there are more than enough spots anyway. But if you're really, I don't think the bus can be even booked, only the train. If you're really zealous, you can go on the NS website and book or reserve a trip there. But we don't really recommend that, especially because, again, the places are abundant usually, and there's more than enough for everyone.
But if you have to book a bus, then Flixbus is the best option.
Yeah. Flixbus is also a very good option. Yeah. Where do I get the code from TU Delft to register at Delft municipality? I think it should be.
I think it is there on the website.
Yeah.
Just check it and you'll find it.
I'm planning to travel by train from Amsterdam to Delft. Is it useful to buy the train ticket in advance, or is it also okay to buy it once I'm already there on the station? You don't even have to buy it like while you're on the station. Just tap your card or your Ovid chip card, and you should be fine. If you're really a planning freak like I am personally, you can get it via ns.nl. The official website from the trains, but once again you can just tap your card, go, and do your thing. Usually there are more than enough space. Will you also sell locks at the bike sale, or will we have to bring our own if we want to buy a bike?
So basically, from our experience, last year we sold locks as well during the bike sale, and I think this year it will be the same. But if you think like you have a very good lock you can bring from your home country, you can bring it. What's the name of the app you suggested for weather updates?
Beyond Radar, someone mentioned it already. Which app to be used for booking bus? I think Flixbus is okay.
Yes.
What is the site called to figure out if the person owns the apartment?
We'll share it with you.
What is the name? Do you remember? We will share it in the chat for sure. How does mail work there for big packages? Do you have to visit the post office for that? Well, it depends on where you are ordering from. For example, if you're ordering from Amazon, it will usually come to your house. If it's like a super, super big package, it can come to the post. So it just really depends. I believe that usually it should come directly to your address. Yep. PostNL is pretty quick and useful with that. Could you repeat the name of the weather app you commented? Beyond Radar. Yeah, someone also mentioned it right before this. Does the uni offer a lot of food places for lunch or snacks throughout the day? Well, we have a Spar supermarket that's on campus. It has a bit of a higher price point than usual, but it is the only supermarket that we have. But there are also a lot of restaurants. We have food trucks. There are food places like near the library, near the aerospace building in the fellowship, near the industrial design faculty. So there are places, I believe. You just have to look out for them. And we will also show you when you arrive here in the Netherlands for your IP. What would be a good time for me to come to Netherlands in order to settle down and be fine for the IP? It really depends on how quick you are and how comfortable you feel. I can tell you about me personally. I arrived like 2 weeks before the IP because I also wanted to find some rent in that time, and it was successful for me. But if you already have your rental agreement, or you already talked, I think like 2 to 3 days.
Yeah, it's more than that.
Yeah. It would be good to arrive at least like 1 day before, just so you get settled and you are not coming like super tired from the plane and everything.
Also, during the IP, it is recommended that you don't carry your bags. So because there may not be places, we may provide you with them, or we may not provide you with them. Else, you have to roam with that around, because the IP, it's going to be a very busy day and an exciting day. Not busy, I would say. It's going to be a very exciting day with treasure hunt on the first day.
Yeah, exactly. And you're going to walk a lot. So just like If you arrive like 1 day before the IP, I think it should be more than enough.
Yeah.
If you are overzealous like me, you can arrive 1 to 2 to 3 weeks before, just so you are prepared. So yeah, it just depends on you.
Yeah.
I'm renting accommodation through Plaza Resident Service, and they require me to do an AVP insurance. Can anyone enlighten me on this process and how to get this AVP? I'm not very sure of what AVP insurance actually is.
But you can always contact International Insurance and they will guide you.
Yeah, but I believe the AVP insurance, since it's for
AVP insurance.
an accommodation thing, it's not health insurance, but it's like more home insurance.
It's a liability insurance, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not sure exactly, but
it's covered by international insurance. So there are two types of insurances. One is health and one is liability insurance. So remember to have both of them. Like health, obviously you will have it. It's recommended and it's one of the most important things. But along with that, liability is very important. Like if something happens to your home or some of your belonging is stolen or something, so that is very important. So if you're renting it from Plaza Service, then you need to have a liability insurance, and you can get it along with your health insurance. So yeah, so just ask your health insurance provider for the liability insurance and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Do you recommend getting laptops for aerospace engineering from the laptop project? Well, the opinions are very, very different over here. Personally, I wanted the hassle-free option and I just went for the laptop project and it worked out just fine for me. My laptop is did everything that it's supposed to do this last year. But some people think that the options for the laptop projects are a bit overpriced. So you might want to look into other options if you prefer to have like a stronger laptop for also gaming or for your other personal projects. This one is very good for your university work, but you might be able to get like an even better one if you search around. So it just depends on your preferences. For me, this is more than enough. Yeah.
We have 5 minutes, so...
Do you suggest we reserve a train ticket for commuting from Amsterdam airport to Delft? Or can we purchase a ticket on the same day? You can purchase on the same day or just tap your card. What's the best places to visit in and around Delft as I'm arriving a week before IP? Oh, you have a lot of places to... You can go to Delfstehout, which is basically... a lake, a very nice lake where you can walk around and just hang out and chill. You can also go to the new and old church. You can go for a canal cruise. You can go to The Hague. It's pretty close to Rotterdam. It's also pretty close, 10 kilometers from Delft. Yes. So you have a lot of stuff to do for sure. Would you say it's easy to find a part-time job, something good for the student finance, so like 32 hours monthly or 24 hours monthly for 6 months? I believe you can find part-time jobs like that, but it is a bit difficult if you don't know Dutch. Yeah. If you know Dutch, you can easily get, for example, a job in customer service jobs like a waiter at a restaurant or a barista. Or a tax, yeah. But it is a little bit difficult. You can find part-time jobs in the university or also in supermarkets. In the university, but the thing is that your type of contract determines if you can get the student help. Yeah. So if you have like, if it isn't specified exactly that, hey, I'm working 32 hours, it's kind of hard to get the dual advantages. Mm-hmm. So look out for that. But I think it is doable to find a part-time job. Is it recommended to carry water bottles during the IP? Is tap water potable in Netherlands? Yes, it is potable. You can drink. So get your reusable water bottle and for sure. Are there generally any student discounts in shops, restaurants, etc.? Could you mention, if yes, some popular ones? No, they're not that much. Not really.
In Netherlands.
No. You have some discounts for museums, but they're only like 1 or 2 euros.
2 euros, but no student discounts.
But shops. Otherwise, no, not really.
How can we get the Dutch phone number and data from home country? Is it possible to get eSIM?
You can check with T-Mobile and
its name is Odido now, by the way. T-Mobile is changed to Odido, so keep in mind.
Yeah, just you have to talk with them directly. I am not very sure that you can.
Yeah.
it's just easier if you're already in the Netherlands to get it. And yeah. How many days does it take to open a Dutch bank account, and what is the minimum balance to be maintained?
There's no minimum balance, but it takes like, if you have all the documents ready and there's a step process, within a week you can get a bank account. But for a student bank account, you don't need a minimum balance.
Yeah. And I don't know really how much time it takes since I didn't get one, but I think it's pretty quick. In a week you can get it.
In a week you can get it.
Yeah. Also, you talked about a food subscription plan for like 50 euros. Can you please brief it again or provide links? So I'm using HelloFresh, but there are also other options. I think there are 2 other options for food subscriptions like this. And basically you just choose your recipes every week, and you receive the raw products and the recipe, and you just cook it yourself. I honestly don't feel like I have enough time to just decide on what I want to eat every day and then go to the supermarket and do all that, because I have a lot of stuff to do. And this just works for me because it just chooses everything automatically and it already knows what I like. So yeah, it's just perfect in that way. Will we need to bring a backpack in IP? Will we be given something that will need a backpack to carry it or not? No, you will not be given anything besides the welcome bag that is a backpack in itself.
Yeah.
So no, don't bring a backpack to you. Come as light as possible since you're going to walk around a lot. So yeah, just don't empower yourself. Until when do I have to register at the municipality? You have 4 months to register, I think.
Yeah.
3
months, I think.
3 months, yeah.
Within 3 months you have to do it.
I believe with a 0-hour contract, you just have to show due afterwards that you actually did work 32 hours. That's similar for if you work freelance with an NNA. If not, you return the money. Yeah, it is a little bit weird. Exactly, like I honestly did not want to go through all of the hassle of submitting all of the documents monthly, and it was super confusing for me. So I kind of gave up on that. But if it's possible, then it's great. Yeah, why not? Can we open the Dutch bank account after registration or after we get our residence permit?
I think after registration you can get a Dutch bank account. You can put passport as your proof of identity, so it's okay. Yeah, that's it, I think.
And the last question is, how much cash should I bring? And as we discussed before, 500, 600 euros, something like that. Yeah. All right then, so I think this is it. This is about it. We hope that we explained some important information, and if you have any other questions, please email us or message us on Instagram. We will try to respond to you. And also next week, we have another live planned about the study culture at Delft and all of the softwares that we're using. So make sure to tune in for that. And we will see you next week. Bye guys.
Bye-bye.